Chapter 1. The Lottery. We meet Sunny, a kid who's had nothing but bad luck his whole life. He's an orphan, scraping by in the slums, and the world he lives in is brutal. Humanity is constantly under threat from these mysterious nightmares, and the only way to fight back is through a system where ordinary people are chosen to become candidates. Sunny doesn't dream of glory or heroism, he just wants to survive. He's sarcastic, bitter, and has learned to rely on his wits rather than strength. But fate, as usual, has other plans. The chapter builds up to the dreaded lottery draw. Names are called, and Sunny's heart sinks when his own is chosen. He's now marked to face the dream realm, a place where most don't come back alive. The mood is heavy. Sunny isn't excited, he isn't proud. He feels cursed. The chapter ends with him being dragged into a destiny he never asked for, setting the stage for his reluctant journey. Chapter 2. The Nightmare begins. Sunny barely has time to process being chosen before the world around him twists into something unreal. One moment he's in the lottery hall, the next he's standing in a place that feels wrong, the dream realm. The air is heavy, the sky strange, and everything about this place screams danger. Sunny is terrified, but he tries to mask it with sarcasm, the only defense he knows. He quickly realizes this isn't just some dream, it's a trial where failure means death. Then comes the cruel joke of fate, his aspect. While other candidates awaken with powers that sound impressive, Sunny's gift is the shadow slave brand. It looks pathetic, almost useless, and he feels mocked by the universe yet again. But Sunny isn't the type to give up. Even as despair creeps in, his mind starts working. He knows he'll have to rely on cunning, not brute force, if he wants to survive. The chapter closes with him standing in this nightmare world, powerless on the surface, but already plotting how to twist his misfortune into an advantage. Chapter 3. Thrown to the Wolves. Sunny's nightmare truly begins here. After the shock of awakening in the dream realm, he quickly realizes he isn't the only one dragged into this trial. Other candidates are scattered around him. For a brief moment, it feels like there might be safety in numbers. But Sunny knows better. People can be just as dangerous as monsters. The group barely has time to argue before the dream realm shows its teeth. Out of the shadows come wolf-like creatures, twisted and unnatural, their eyes burning with hunger. Panic erupts. Some candidates charge recklessly, others freeze, and the fragile sense of unity shatters instantly. Sunny doesn't fight like the rest. He hangs back, watching, calculating. He notices how the wolves move, where they're vulnerable, and how chaos makes people sloppy. His shadow slave brand still feels like a cruel joke, but he begins to sense that it might have hidden uses if he's clever enough. The chapter is raw and chaotic, a first taste of how brutal the dream realm really is. Sunny sees clearly what others don't. This isn't about glory or heroism. It's about survival, and survival means being smarter, colder, and more ruthless than the nightmare itself. Chapter 4. The First Kill. The nightmare tightens its grip in this chapter. Sunny, who has been trying to stay on the edges of danger, finally finds himself face to face with a creature that won't let him slip away. The wolves attack again, and this time there's no hiding. The candidates are scattered, some screaming, some fighting desperately, and Sunny is forced into the chaos. He's terrified, he's not a fighter, not a hero, but survival leaves him no choice. With desperation guiding him, Sunny lashes out. His shadows, strange and subtle, respond in ways he barely understands. Using quick thinking and sheer instinct, he manages to bring down one of the nightmare beasts. It's messy, brutal, and far from glorious. The victory doesn't feel like triumph. Sunny stares at the dead creature, shaken by what he's done. Killing, even a monster, leaves a mark. But beneath the fear, there's a flicker of realization. His aspect isn't as useless as he thought. The shadows might be weak compared to others' flashy powers, but they can be clever, just like him. This chapter is a turning point. Sunny crosses the line from victim to survivor. Blooded and shaken, he begins to understand that if he wants to live, he'll have to embrace the darkness that fate has given him. Chapter 5. The Price of Survival. The dust settles after the brutal fight, but the dream realm doesn't allow peace, only uneasy silence. Sunny, shaken from his first kill, feels the weight of what survival truly costs. The group of candidates is battered and broken. Some lie dead, others wounded, and the fragile sense of unity is gone. Everyone knows now, this nightmare won't be over quickly, and not everyone will make it out alive. Sunny keeps his distance from the others. He's seen enough to know that people can be just as dangerous as monsters. Distrust is growing, arguments flare, and already some candidates are looking for someone to blame. Sunny refuses to get caught in their drama. Survival means staying sharp, not sentimental. In the quiet moments, he experiments with his shadow again. It's subtle, almost invisible, but he notices how it responds to him, how it can move and stretch in ways that might give him an edge. It's not flashy, not powerful in the way others' abilities are, but it's clever. And clever is exactly what Sunny needs. This chapter is heavy with tension. It's less about fighting and more about the psychological toll of survival, the realization that every step forward will demand sacrifice. Sunny begins to accept that his cursed power, the one that seemed like a cruel joke, might be the very thing that keeps him alive. Chapter 6: The Weight of Fear. The nightmare presses harder in this chapter, and Sunny begins to feel the crushing reality of what he's trapped in. The group of candidates is fraying at the edges. Every fight leaves them weaker, every moment of rest filled with paranoia. Some whisper about escape, others cling to false bravado, but Sunny sees the truth: there is no easy way out. The dream realm is designed to break them. Sunny himself is haunted by fear. The memory of killing the wolf lingers, and the knowledge that more battles are coming gnaws at him. He doesn't want to be here, doesn't want to fight, but survival demands it. His cynicism sharpens, he mocks fate in his thoughts, but beneath the sarcasm is raw terror. In the shadows, though, he finds a strange comfort. His aspect responds again, subtle but steady, and Sunny realizes that while others flaunt their flashy powers, his gift is quiet, patient, and adaptable. It mirrors him. He begins to think that maybe being underestimated is his greatest weapon. The chapter is heavy with dread. It's less about action and more about the psychological toll. The fear of what's coming, the exhaustion of constant danger, and the slow acceptance that Sunny must embrace his cursed power if he wants to live. Chapter 7: The Fragile Alliance. The nightmare world keeps grinding down the candidates, and by now, everyone knows they can't survive alone. In this chapter, desperation forces them into uneasy cooperation. The group gathers after another exhausting clash, battered and shaken. Some argue that sticking together is the only way forward, while others bristle at the idea of relying on strangers. The tension is thick, every word feels like it could spark another fight. Sunny, ever cynical, watches from the sidelines. He doesn't trust anyone, but he understands the game. Pretending to cooperate might buy him time. He knows alliances here are fragile, built on fear rather than loyalty. While the others bicker, Sunny experiments quietly with his shadow. He notices how it can move independently, stretch, and even interact with the world in subtle ways. It's not the kind of power that inspires awe, but it's clever, and clever is survival. Eventually, the candidates set out together, a shaky alliance formed out of necessity. But beneath the surface, everyone is waiting for the moment when trust breaks. Sunny sees it clearly. Monsters aren't the only danger in the dream realm. Chapter 8: The Test of Trust. The uneasy alliance of candidates is put to the test in this chapter. The group pushes deeper into the dream realm, the landscape growing stranger and more hostile. Every step feels like walking into a trap. Tension simmers between them. Fear makes people unpredictable, and Sunny knows it's only a matter of time before someone snaps. When danger strikes again, the cracks show. Some candidates fight bravely, others falter, and a few look out only for themselves. Sunny watches carefully, noting who can be relied on and who is a liability. He doesn't trust anyone, but he understands that knowing people's weaknesses is just as important as knowing the monsters. His shadow proves useful once more. Subtle movements, small advantages, it's not a power that dazzles, but it gives him control in ways others don't notice. Sunny begins to realize that while others chase glory, he's building something far more valuable: survival through cunning. The chapter is heavy with suspicion and quiet revelations. It's less about the monsters and more about the people trapped in the nightmare. how fear twists them, how trust is fragile, and how Sunny, cursed though he may be, is learning to play the game better than anyone else. Chapter 9. The Hunger of the Realm. By now, the Dream Realm has stripped away any illusions of safety. In this chapter, the candidates face a quieter but equally cruel enemy: exhaustion and hunger. The group trudges forward through the strange, hostile landscape. Every step feels heavier, every breath harder. Food is scarce, rest is dangerous, and the Dream Realm seems designed to grind them down slowly. Sunny feels it keenly. His body is weak, but his mind refuses to break. Tension grows sharper. Some candidates lash out at each other, frustration boiling over. Others grow silent, retreating into themselves. Sunny watches it all with cold clarity. He knows that hunger doesn't just weaken the body, it erodes trust, patience, and sanity. In the midst of this, Sunny experiments again with his shadow. He discovers small, practical uses, stretching it to scout ahead, manipulating it to test the environment. It's not dramatic, but it gives him a sense of control in a world that wants him powerless. The chapter is heavy with despair. It's less about monsters and more about the slow, grinding cruelty of the Dream Realm. Sunny begins to understand that survival isn't just about fighting. It's about enduring, adapting, and outlasting both the nightmare and the people trapped inside it with him. Chapter 10. The Edge of Despair. The Dream Realm grows harsher, and by now the candidates are worn thin. In this chapter, the nightmare shifts from physical battles to psychological torment. The group stumbles onward, exhausted and starving, their nerves frayed. Every sound feels like a threat, every shadow a predator. The fragile alliance begins to crack further. Arguments flare, suspicion deepens, and the weight of despair presses down on everyone. Sunny, though bitter and sarcastic as ever, feels the strain too. He's hungry, tired, and haunted by the knowledge that this place is designed to break them. Yet unlike the others, he refuses to collapse. His cynicism becomes a shield, keeping him sharp where others falter. His shadow continues to reveal its usefulness in small, clever ways. It scouts, it warns, it gives him subtle advantages that others overlook. Sunny begins to realize that while the Dream Realm is merciless, his cursed power might be the one thing that lets him endure. The chapter is heavy with dread and hopelessness. It's less about fighting monsters and more about the slow erosion of human will. Sunny sees clearly. Survival here isn't about strength or glory, it's about refusing to give in, even when despair feels overwhelming.